Today I'm going to show you how to assemble your standard Hermle chime clock. All Hermle chime clocks are basically the same clock. They just expand the plates to make it look bigger, but internally it's the same design, including cable-driven grandfather clocks. Same clock. So here's how it's assembled. First off, the main reason we have to take apart a Hermle chime clock is because one bearing in the chime side, right here, wears in that direction right into the next wheel and causes them to bind up and they won't move. So you have to take the whole clock apart to put a bushing in there. And this clock had 4 bushings it needed in the time side. So I'll teach you how to assemble it. Now this gear is in the chime side. I call this gear the money maker, because this is the reason we take the clock apart. The money maker is worn out. So the first gear you put in is the money maker. Now right across the street in the next train of gears in the strike side is another wheel that looks very, very similar to the money maker, and we call this the money maker's cousin. He goes in next. Now, the next wheel that goes in is the one that drives the money maker. I put that one in. And then the power gear for the chime side. Now we do the other side. This is the star wheel, the one that lifts the hammers. That goes into the moneymaker's cousin. And then we put the power wheel in for that one, which goes right there. And we start with the time side. There's a center post right there. So there's a gear that is driven off of that. It goes like that. And the next gear in goes there. And here's your escape wheel. It varies in the type of clock you have. This is a floating suspension. Now here's the pallets. Pallets go in on top of that. Now we put the power wheel in for the time side. That leaves us 4 gears. Now they're very similar to each other. These are the stop pins when the clock is triggering the chime and the strike. Now here's a rule that I live by. This teeth are very fine, and this one is very coarse. So there's a poem I say, chime is fine. So you put the chime is fine on the chime side, and the strike, of course. Strike is coarse. And that goes in over there. Now the same thing with these governor fans. If you look carefully at the gearing, one is fine and one is coarse. So chime is fine. Strike, of course. And that's how you assemble a Hermle chime clock.